There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. That is a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. I think I'm pronouncing that right. A Vietnamese Buddhist and Nobel Peace Prize nominee. So there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. So what does that quote mean? How can we translate that into something that's practical and useful? So, again, this is the Happy Doc podcast. So this quote is just perfect for today. And what I'd like you guys to think about when it comes to that quote is quite often people are searching for happiness. They're trying to think of, what they need to add on to their life, what they need to do, what's going to help them gain this, feeling that's often very fleeting in nature. Well, in this quote, it's quite simple. Instead of, looking out there for happiness as if it's something that's so far off from your life right now, just think about what brings you joy. What are the things that you do that light you up when you do it, where you get lost in time, when you get into states of flow, the things that naturally come to you. In my life, one of the things that I'm noticing recently that's just enjoyable for me is the fact that I love climbing. And so when I go climbing, I just get lost in the moment. I enjoy it. I'm fully in it. It makes me happy. So, when you look at things from that perspective, happiness is the way. You have to find those things that just light you up, that just are enjoyable, that you gravitate towards. I think often people think that happiness, creating a fulfilled life, being successful, it has to be hard. It has to be difficult. We have to trudge through, the muck. And there are times where things are just going to be work, and that's true. But with that being said, happiness is the way. Feeling that sense of happiness, feeling that sense of fulfillment, finding those spaces where you're creative, finding those spaces where you're not thinking about the time, it becomes timeless. That's where happiness is the way. When you find the way to that timelessness feeling, where things just feel good, you're enjoying the moment, you can be in the present, you don't get lost in the future or the past, you're just there because you love it. Happiness is the way. So I hope that jogged something inside of you. I hope that made you feel a certain way, sparked something that maybe allows you to think of things in a different way. Notice those things that are making you just happy. Notice the things that you can tolerate more or enjoy more or grow into more. On the previous episode, I talked about motion and movement. So one of the tips is if you're finding something that you enjoy or think you might enjoy, but you haven't been doing it lately, or you look into your past and you haven't been taking those things into account into your life, doing it on a daily basis, just do it for 2 minutes. If there's a space in your life where you can create 2 minutes of starting something that you might enjoy, you might realize you can add on an additional amount of time into that space. One of the things that I've learned through podcasting is that when you get lost in the moment, when you enjoy the experience, it is an incredible feeling, and it is also something that is invaluable in nature. It doesn't become work anymore, it becomes play. So what is that for you? I hope that sparks something inside of you today, and I wish you an awesome day. I'll see you on the next episode of The Happy Doc. Have an awesome day, guys.